Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the month of May Pot of Fame. So I'm here in my patio. It is Monday afternoon and the sun is about to set in an hour. I just got up from a nap. I've been up since 4:30 this morning, but I did want to go ahead and film this video since I will be going back to Las Vegas this Friday. I have a handful of plants that I gathered up that I wanted to go ahead and share who gave me a new leaf or a new bloom. So I hope you guys enjoy this series. Let me know down in the comments below, and also let me know what was your favorite plant that I featured in today's video. So I'm gonna start in no particular order with this beautiful rubber plant. Now you can call this one a strawberries and cream, or even an Indian rubber plant is also what it's known for. But as you can see here, there is tons of new blooms here, which they start out very bright in this pinkish color, and then it'll just fade out to this nice cream and green print here. But there is tons of growth here. I'm gonna flip it this way so you can see. And this is a very slow grower compared to my big burgundy rubber plant, but I still love it, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of keep my eye on it. It's been living in my patio ever since I've gotten it over a year ago, and it's doing really fantastic. I see a lot of new growth on each one. So there's 3 branches here that I see some growth happening from, and I'm just gonna leave it like this. It's been in this planter for a good minute now, and I got this planter from Goodwill for, I want to say, maybe $1 something, and it is kind of like that terracotta pot feel to it. So it's a very breathable planter, and I haven't had any trouble with this planter and plant combination. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys have a rubber plant, and if you have multiple rubber plants, do you notice that some grow taller and larger and faster than your other versions? Because this one is very short and a slow grower compared to my burgundy rubber plant. But I'm just loving all of this new growth here. I see another leaf popping out right here, which makes me super happy. So I guess you can consider this an update for one of my Pelia babies, and it has graduated from the animal planter into this beautiful blue and white planter that I originally had my green oxalis in, which doesn't look really good right now, so I took it out and replaced it with this. And this is currently now living on my kitchen countertop, and I think it's absolutely adorable. Out of the 4 cuttings that I did propagate off of my biggest mother plant, this is the biggest one, and actually from the second batch. So that's kind of interesting how they are all growing differently. But as you can see here, there's tons of new growth, and this is kind of where it's at right now in comparison to my hand. Largest baby out of my 4, and I plan on keeping all of my babies. I've invested so much money over the last year and a half on them, and I just want to keep them all. So this is just my little investment back to myself, having these babies, and I think it absolutely looks adorable in this blue and white plant. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have propagated your Pelia babies and have grown them into bigger plants, and have you noticed that different babies grow faster than the other ones, because that's what I'm experiencing. The other 3 are still living in the small planters in my basket. Speaking of babies, I want to go ahead and show you this beautiful pink princess philodendron, which has given me a new shiny leaf here. So that makes me really happy, because this plant is such a big investment, and it actually lost 2 or 3 leaves when it arrived. Having this new little leaf bloom out on me makes me really happy. It's still in the breathable terracotta planter and living on my Tiffany blue table with the rest of my plants on there, and I'm just gonna leave it there until further notice. And I'm kind of interested to see when it will give me another new bloom, but for now I am so excited to see this little guy pop up. Okay, so here is my Maidenhair, and you can't really see growth here, but from a distance there is a difference in green here. The Maidenhair is very hard to kind of really spot the growth of the plant. There is different shades of green, so there's light green and then the dark green. And from my understanding, the light green, as you can see right here, I don't know if the camera's picking up on it, but this is all new growth here, which is really exciting for me, because my original Maidenhair that I got over a year ago died on me. This was living in the shaded part of my patio behind me, and then I recently moved it to my kitchen countertop with my Pelia plants, so they are side by side. This is a very big milestone for me with my Maidenhair because seeing new growth from it just really makes me happy. But as you can see, all of this is new growth, and I'm gonna continue to leave it in my kitchen and see how it does. Otherwise, I'll bring it out here. I do water it twice a week, mist it twice a week, and it's been doing great in that particular plant care. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see what it looks like in the next couple of weeks, but this is probably one of the most finicky plants to have, so I don't recommend this one for a beginner, but absolutely stunning. And it's just so, like, it gives me fairy vibes because it's so cute and dainty. Let me know if you guys have a Maidenhair in your collection and how are you styling it. I think it looks super cute in this planter, and it'll live in here for a good minute. Moving along to my Peperomia, which I haven't talked about for a good minute, but there is tons of growth here. So as you can see on the bottom here, there is small little pups blooming here, and I think that is so cute. Here's more here. Definitely a slow grower, but each little pup on the bottom is giving me so much cute vibes here. I absolutely love seeing this. This is a very interesting Peperomia, and I will go ahead and do a Peperomia collection video because it just grows every month, and this is probably my most interesting Peperomia out of all of them. It has almost like a succulent string of pearl vibes to it with that stripe in the center, and I think it's absolutely stunning. Here is the top point of view. Let me know if you have this Peperomia, and if so, where did you get this? I got this from a nursery in Lakewood, which I did feature on my channel. It's living in a planter that I got from Daiso, Japan, and living currently on this side of my patio, so it's doing good. I'm gonna leave it there, but absolutely adorable plant to have in my collection. Moving along with the string of pearls. So here is the current condition of my string of pearls. I have featured this particular one on my channel, Planting with Jewelyn episode. I got this from the Pasadena Rose Bowl flea market, guys, and it's giving me so many new blooms. Look at this cute little trail here. Here's the top point of view, and I am just loving this. It's so adorable. It currently lives on my plant shelfie on the right of me, which I'll do a whole separate video talking about all of the plants just on that shelf because it is so big. But I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I know that it's doing good in this leaf-in condition, giving me all these new trails. Let me know down in the comments below if you have a string of pearls, and I think they're just absolutely. So I want to talk about my favorite Echeveria in my collection. It is such a stunner, and look at all of the growth here. I'm gonna give it a little turn here so you can see. This currently lives on top of my wicker coffee table here in my patio, and I want to just give a shout out to these beautiful blooms here. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I see more here popping out, and I'm kind of interested to see how long the blooms are gonna stick around. Let me know in the comments below if you have this Echeveria and how big is it. When I see this in my West Los Angeles nursery that I frequent by my job, I couldn't pass it up, and I ended up bringing it home with me, which I also featured on my channel. So this is the current condition of the plant. There is tons of little rubbish on it from the pine tree that is living right above my home, but it's doing good where I have it right in front of my door on the wicker table. I think I'm watering this thing maybe 3-4 times a month, guys, and I am misting every week. So far so good. I have it in this thrifted planter which I got in San Francisco when I lived in San Francisco about 2 years ago, and I think it pairs super cute. What do you guys think? Absolutely beautiful succulent to have, and probably definitely my top 10 in my collection. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, moving along to my beautiful Peperomia, which is kind of giving me some interesting vibes. There's tons of yellow coming through. There's also tons of blooms, as you see here, coming from the top. So this is all new growth right here, and not including all of the babies that are hiding in the bottom part of the plant. So I love this plant, and it was actually living in my bathroom for most of its life, and then I brought it out and it's been living in front of my coffee table, and all of this just appeared out of nowhere. So as you can see, it has that very common rat tail bloom that Peperomias, a bunch of them do give off, and a lot of new growth here. So Let me know down in the comments below if you have this particular Peperomia. It's giving me so many growth here, and it's just such an interesting plant to have. It kind of has that Pelia vibe to it with the round foliages, but definitely very interesting to have. But this is what it looks like from the top point of view here. And I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna touch any of the yellow foliages or anything like that. It's telling me it's happy by giving me all these blooms, so I'm not gonna worry. And I've been fertilizing my plants once every 2 weeks, and that's kind of general care for all of them. I'm gonna talk about 2 more plants and wrap up. So I have this particular big planter on my wicker chair here. So this is my beautiful philodendron, and this is my second one of the same species here. I believe this is the Xanadu, and I want to give a shout out to this big, beautiful, shiny leaf here that unfurled just the other day. So it's very dainty, very shiny, but it is perfect, and I just love how it looks in its new home here. Take a look. So I have it in the planter that I got from Star Nursery, and this is just so beautiful. So I love the current condition of this plant. It's giving me lots of new growth here since I've gotten it. I have it outside, living in my patio with the rest of my bigger pieces, but such a show-stopping plant. This would be even good just if you had one plant in the corner. I highly recommend this plant. And in fact, my other one like this that is living with my plant gang in my bedroom section area, my plant gang there is giving me a lot of new blooms too. So they're very giving plants. I highly recommend this for a beginner. If you are looking to get a philodendron, I suggest this one because both of mine are always giving me new leaves. So that is probably the biggest piece I'm going to share in today's video. So I'm going to wrap up the video here with my beautiful Monstera Addisonii, and I still have it in the nursery planter. I ordered a white planter, a plastic hanging basket for this guy here, and it's absolutely beautiful. If you take a look here, there's tons of new growth. I see something going on over here, tons of new growth here and here, but it's just everywhere, new babies popping through. And I love this plant. When I seen this, I was just so surprised that it was on sale, and I got it for a really reasonable price. But I've been looking for this particular plant for a very long time, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection. I'm gonna just leave it in here until the planter comes. It's going to arrive on Friday, which I'm going to be leaving for Las Vegas, so I'll definitely transplant this one next week when I am back after Labor Day weekend. But let me know down in the comments below if you have this particular plant. I did give my friend Jenny, who does my hair, a cutting of this one, and she said it's giving her roots, so that's really exciting. But nonetheless, a lot of new growth here on this plant. And that is going to wrap up the Pot of Fame for the month of May. I hope you guys enjoyed this month's series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below what was your favorite plant that I featured in today's episode. And I am going to take a shower and probably edit a video and have a nice dinner home here with Ebby. If you guys want to see more, definitely subscribe to my channel, thumbs up the video, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys later. You can find more on my blog at ILOVEJEWELYN.blogspot.com. Aloha.